So I was just thinking about this whole week about how everything just came to be in terms of like starting the podcast and everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is gonna be one of the best podcasts because after the first one, like, what do you think about the first one, me and Tina?
First one was really great, and I really love how you guys talked through it.
Mhm.
And it was the first podcast. Of course, we could learn from our mistakes, but
Yeah,
it was a very great start
yeah.
from my perspective.
So, because I feel like the way it started, it was more like in depth about what we're gonna talk about. And first of all, hi guys, Justin here again, and then here's my brother Ben.
Yeah.
Ben is basically the face of everything in terms of like the backbone of everything, in terms of like technology, Ben ProRecord, everything. So we're just gonna start delving into this conversations and just see how it's gonna go. So are you ready for this?
I'm ready, man.
All right, perfect. So I wanted to talk to you about a lot of things.
Yeah.
But the first thing that I thought about talking is, how did you come up with the name Elevate?
I mean, it was just in my mind, man. Like, it's not that I came up with it immediately, but I've been thinking about it ever since. You know, me, my goal is always trying to grow on things, like try to grow on videography, try to grow on in any kind of industry.
Yeah.
So whenever the podcast idea came up, I was just like, why don't I just name it Elevate?
Yeah.
Because it's growth.
Yeah.
And what we're looking for between me and you and my little sister and everybody is to grow.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why I came up with the name Elevate.
Because it was so random. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, was it a couple of days ago? So you thought about it for a long time.
Yeah, I thought about it for a long time. It wasn't just there.
It wasn't just there. Because like a couple of days ago, what was it? Is it like last week? And then I don't know. It was like, hey, so what should we name our podcast? And he was like, Elevate.
Yeah.
And it was just so catchy. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let's go with that. So, do you want to like introduce yourself for like what you do? Because I feel like that's gonna be crucial.
Yeah.
Since like I would say Ben is like the most productive person I know in terms of like hardworking and technology. Like if everything that you touch basically turn into gold in that sense. Because first of all,
not gold technically, but yeah.
I mean, come on. I feel like I was going in Florida, right? I think I told you this, but I was in Florida, and I was talking to someone, and they were saying like, "Hey, do you know that your brother, in the conversation of producer and people who do videography, your brother is like the top one in the United States when it comes to Congolese." Like, what do you think about that statement?
It's a pretty respectable statement, and I've worked myself through it. So, first of all, let me introduce myself again. My name is Ben, and I shoot videos. I do content. I do mostly photography and wedding videography. I'm also involved in studio recording time. If you're needing a studio recording time, I do a bunch of things. So it's kind of like I don't even know like where to even begin. Yeah, where to even begin. So it's just kind of like a lot of things that I do. Like I could shoot a music video. You know, just this podcast setup we did, you know, it was just kind of, you know, everything basically.
Yeah.
So.
Because like the idea of like where to put the camera, where to put the
where to put the cameras, where to put the microphones, arranging things, all that. It's just a lot of things that I do.
Because all that came from you. Like you basically do everything. So and that's where the Elevate part comes from. So like initially, you are self-taught, right? Like you taught yourself how to do this.
Self-taught. Everything that I've learned throughout my career, everything that you guys see is self-taught.
Yeah.
I either look it up on YouTube or ask questions to people, but I've never really like asked questions to people. But I just mainly I just self-taught myself. Everything, camera work, how to shoot, everything. We just self-taught.
What would you say is the best way for someone to learn when it comes to like teaching yourself in something that no one else has like done, or it's something that like you don't see so many people or your peers doing it? Because I feel like when you are busy focusing on playing pianos, making music, recording, and videography. I was busy doing my things with college, right?
Yeah.
So like, how would you say it's the best way to learn in terms of like that area where it's like no one else has done that?
I mean, the best way to educate yourself in that area is to first have the gears. And if you have the gears, then all you gotta do is just experience with it. You gotta touch it there, see if it works out. You gotta, maybe you have a little sister that you're trying to show like a music video. Just go for it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, there's a lot of places on YouTube, a lot of courses on YouTube that are free education. You don't need to go to school or anything. You can just look them up and tell you everything about a camera. You can go on websites that that requires you to just learn free education. And to me, that's the best way. That's the way I learned off YouTube, and having a gear, having a camera, and to just work myself through it. As you know, like at first, when we first started this music video thingy, this podcast and this industry as Ben ProRecord, you gotta know that we started first as music.
Yeah.
We started first music. We started shooting music videos with my cousin King Mo, and you and Celestina. That's when we really started. Ben ProRecords. It was first. It
was first music.
It was first a music. Yeah. It was first music.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of transitioned to that wedding, videography. I try to keep the same name because that's where all the memories are, and that's why everything is.
What's crazy? I don't remember the time where it transitioned to videography.
Yeah.
Because we were so focused on music and making all this stuff. But I don't remember, like, when was the time that you actually changed to, like, doing videos? And what made you want to change?
First of all, I think the first time it was, if I could remember, it was my second wedding. Third wedding, but I have no idea when. It was like long time ago.
Long time, yeah.
Yeah, my third wedding. That's when I was like, man, the money started kicking in, bro. That's when I started. That's why I was like, I could really elevate to my work in that industry.
Yeah.
So I started shooting. More people started booking me and stuff like that. So from there on, I just started working, and it just sort of just came up.
Yeah.
So.
Keyword elevate, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that you pick it out from everybody. I asked Celestina this question.
Yeah.
I know Celestina asked me this question about what it means to elevate, and I wanted to ask you that question too. Like, what do you define as elevate? As you, the person who came up with it, how do you define it? Yeah.
To me, just one word and one word only: growth.
Yeah.
That's what elevate means. If you a place where you're looking like, hey, I'm just there consistently, and you're willing to grow, you have to put the work in. You have to do everything you can to like elevate that work. And then as we speak right now, me and you have your own field, like your own work that you do, and I have my own field that I work. What we're both trying to do is just to elevate. And I feel like elevate is just the growth, like the growth that you develop basically. So
yeah. That's
what it means.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting. And I like the fact that we also have different definition of what it means to elevate, right?
I mean, it's all about growth, but if you want to define it to something else, you can, but it's mainly about growth.
Yeah. I mean, we're just growing into a different position, a different status.
Yeah.
And just becoming more in tune with ourselves, and then with the people around us, and continue to elevate. And also the transition. I want to go back to the transition from doing videos, right, doing music video to doing wedding videos, right?
Yeah.
Did you like? So was the main motivation money, or like the idea of like, hey, let me just expand or elevate? I mean, you said elevate.
I ain't never gonna lie. The main motivation was money. Because it brought me more cash,
Yeah.
But it's not like I transition. Like I transition, I say, hey, let me just leave that and then let me just continue with this. No, I didn't do that. It's because the reason why it's because we didn't have enough time. I didn't have enough time to do everything at once.
Yeah.
Like if somebody booked me for a wedding and we got a music video and audios, it seems kind of too much for me. Plus, I was still in, back in school, so
Yeah.
it was just kind of too much. So I just went with the route where, the
It's gonna be
weddings
more
is gonna be
profitable.
more profitable,
Yeah.
basically. So
Interesting how the motivation
yeah,
was money. At the same time, it's like it's something that you love doing.
yeah, it's something. I mean,
Yeah.
anything that have to do with the camera, music, all that that's what I love.
Yeah.
That's my industry, basically. So,
Yeah.
and it's not like I transitioned as to a particular to a different to a different major, to a different, but it's just all about cameras. So that's basically it.
Like growing into like starting from one particular thing and seeing an industry that is more profitable, and then
Yeah.
just going into it.
Yeah.
And I was talking to like, and I don't know if you saw the discussion about marketing, where like how you project your own story to the people,
Yeah.
how important it is.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about like how important your story
Yeah.
is to the other people, in terms of like the people who are booking you, because you have you have a geography of people who are like
Yeah.
booking you, right? Who would you say is the main people who watch your videos?
Well, right now is Congolese
Congolese
people,
people.
mostly African American, Congolese people from France, just all variety of places. France. Sometimes I see Tanzania. Sometimes I see Uganda. Sometimes I see, because it all shows, on YouTube, like what type of people watch my channels.
Yeah.
So mostly it's from Congo.
Congo.
Yeah.
Would you capitalize more on that, on the Congo demographic, than the United States? Like, I don't know, the US people. Like, would you think is gonna be more profitable to the business and growth to the next level?
I mean, let me just say this. My goal is not to just work with a particular country or a particular culture, Congo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. My goal is to work with everybody. It could be Somalians, it could be African American, it could be American. But in terms of profit or profitable, I feel like there's a lot of profit in the American industry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's still profit in Congo if you know what you're doing. You
Yeah.
know? But hey, if I could do all of them and I would literally get major profit from them. If I could do all cultures, not just Congo,
Mm-hmm.
because most of us, that's the thing that I want to change. That's the thing that I want to really, elevate on that. Like, is to do different kind of culture, not just Congo.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like, if you elevate to let's say not just only to the boundary of the Congolese people, the African people,
Yeah.
but also to like the United States people, right? The
Yeah.
US people. Would that be like you neglecting the Congolese people?
No, it's
Like,
not neglecting. It's all.
or it's just expanding your capital?
It's expanding.
Yeah.
It's literally expanding. So think about, like, if I have like an old camera,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to buy like a new camera, to expand my work. That's literally all I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's literally all I'm doing in that. If you put it that way,
It's like upgrading.
It's like upgrading to another level. So if I'm shooting only Congolese, and if I want to make more money, I can always go to the white culture, to the African American community, and shoot. So
Issues. Yeah. Okay. Elevate in terms of like expanding your geography
yeah,
and your demographic to not only African people but also to the to the United States. I mean, we're in the United States, but to like the Americans, right?
yeah.
Have you done any shooting with like?
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done shooting with American. I've done shooting with African American. It was a great experience.
Yeah.
It's great experience because everything is run by schedule.
Yeah.
Unlike
I
the
like
others,
Africans.
everything is planned out. Everything is mainly on point. So you don't gotta have to deal with all the all the stupid stuff that happens at weddings. So
Yeah. And like with like the craziest, because we went to some of the craziest weddings.
Yeah.
Like Africans, we usually just start like 5, 6, 7 hours later.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing people need to change, man. Like, if you're having a wedding, the first thing you need to do, literally, the first thing you need to do is get a wedding planner. Somebody who can plan, who can release all that stress away from you.
Yeah.
It's somebody who knows, and a professional planner, not just your friend,
Yeah.
You have to like get that's the thing people get confused, about. If you get a person who's not even good in that major, there's people who go to school for, wedding planning.
Yeah.
They get paid for that,
Yeah.
So you have to get like a really professional wedding planner who is willing to communicate to us, photographers, videographers, through that all wedding, how the wedding is gonna plan out, how everything's gonna be, how the groom is, what time is the wedding gonna start. Because if you don't have a wedding planner, you're trying to do everything yourself. That's why you see a lot of weddings. Like the church is supposed to start at 12, the ceremony.
Yep.
And then you start like at 3 or 2. Like, come on, that is so unprofessional.
And what's crazy is like, because me and you, we go to some weddings together and shoots.
Yeah.
Like, we would be hungry the whole day. Like with the videographer.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You'll be hungry the whole day, and it's just like going with the flow. Cause you already playing it, but they don't follow the plan.
Yeah, about food, I don't really care about food, honestly, because I try to stay. I try not to eat throughout the wedding, just so I try not to use the bathroom.
The hunger keeps you like going, kinda.
But me, the hunger keep me going. I don't really care about the food. I know there's a lot of people who want to eat food a lot of photographers who want to be served.
Yeah.
At the wedding, videographers. But me, I'm not that type. Like, if I get too much food in my stomach, I feel like I won't be moving.
You
like
won't be moving freely.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I just always want, I could just grab me a drink, like a, Powerade or something.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So, first thing, gotta get a wedding planner, right?
First thing, you gotta get a wedding planner.
What's the second?
That's the first thing that you gotta do. The second thing is you actually gotta sit down with your wedding planner and plan the wedding,
Yeah.
So, and then the third thing is just communicate with us and get all the contacts. Everybody exchange contact with the with the wedding planner, photographer, videographer, groom, just so anything, if anything happens, you can always just text them.
Do you think the groom and the bridesmaid should be talking to you?
Yeah.
No, not during the wedding. Like
during the wedding? Yeah. No, to me, I don't think so. I think it should be the wedding planner.
Yeah.
I should be the one communicating to the bride and groom if I need it,
Yeah.
But I feel like, just showing them, poses and, what camera move positions and positions and all that stuff. But mainly I should be talking to a wedding planner.
Mm-hmm.
And if let's say for instance, the wedding planner is busy, and they already planned out everything. So we just kind of going with the flow.
Yeah.
I already know exact time where we're going, location, doing this. So.
Yeah. But with African, even if you know the exact time, it doesn't go according to the plan because we know it's not going to be the
sometimes
exact time.
It does if they're really, really disciplined.
Yeah. What demographic of African do you think? Like Nigerians, Congolese, like who's usually more on time?
I never gonna lie, man. I don't know. Congolese, no, definitely not. Congolese, nah, they're not on time at all. But I would say African American, they're kind of on time. But I've only shot like African American, a Congolese wedding, and African American, and a white wedding. I haven't really shoot Nigerian wedding. So if I shoot Nigerian wedding, then I'll get to that experience. So
yeah. I don't know how the Nigerian wedding would be like because I feel like
I'm pretty sure they're on time. I don't know. I look at their videos and everything is clean.
It look clean. Well,
I don't know. Maybe
your video look clean, but that doesn't mean because I feel like the most chaos video. I don't know. There was one time we went to a wedding. We're shooting a wedding, and you said like, "Man, this is gonna go viral." Yet at that time, that wedding was like the most chaos wedding. Yet because of the dancing, it was like it's gonna go viral. What made you think like it's gonna go viral?
To me, I always look at the venue. how big is the venue and how the venue looks, and if the dancers know how to dance. If they know how to dance and you have a really nice venue, I can guarantee you that's a viral wedding. And if you have everything planned out, the dances on point, not everybody stressed out like how they always stressed out on Fridays, But yeah, if you just have a really good venue and you just put your own into it, man, you pretty much go viral. So,
because you kind of you already understand about how the YouTube algorithm works and how to take advantage of it, which is gonna be like the next thing I wanted to talk about. Like in terms of like the YouTube algorithm, how to be famous, like how to just grow yourself in that area. Like, do you think you have gotten a grasp of that area in terms of like the social media?
The key is you just gotta be consistent. Consistency is the key to the post. You actually gotta know. Sometimes you actually gotta know when to post. You just gotta stay consistent. Basically, that's literally all. If you stay consistent and you put out good content that actually looks good, because there's some people that just post anything that don't even look good and then they expect it to go viral because of the dancing. Nah, bro, as a videographer you gotta make something clean for it to go viral. If you don't make something clean for it to go viral, then it's not gonna go viral. You actually gotta put your work into it. So but in terms of algorithm, I would say stay consistent, and I also say that look at your YouTube, because YouTube, I know they have like charts of your weekly likes, your weekly everything, views and everything. If you start seeing that your weekly likes or views are start going down, like just write down on a paper, like what can I do to change that? What can I do to be more, to get more views and more likes? Like what are the part that I need to change? Is it my editing? Is it my color grading? Is it my the way I just post? So yeah, that's the thing that you need to look at in terms of going viral on YouTube.
Okay.
Same goes on Instagram. I usually don't post everything on Instagram because I only want to post like the good stuff and
on
clean,
Instagram.
Like, the clean parts and stuff. So, but I mean it's only short. So, but on Instagram too, you just gotta stay consistent. I recently just blew up on Instagram, by the way. So, because of my consistency.
Yeah, that's weird. So, now that I think about it, because you like you grow so much in the last few months, right?
Yeah.
But you've been doing this for years.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a year, but yeah, that's what it takes. It takes experience and being consistent. At first, when I first started doing this, shooting weddings and posting weddings, I used to get like 100 views on a wedding, 200 views. And then one time, it just blew up out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like...
And the first video that blew up was my boy Valentine dancing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the one that took me, man. After that, people just started booking me. And, and then I just stay consistent after that.
Yeah, the Valentine video just blew up, and then Bakanja video.
Yeah, the Bakanja one. Yeah, but that one was like 2 years after.
2 years afterward.
Yeah,
and
2 years afterwards. Yeah,
it's like the consistency.
Yeah, I just keep consistency and post whenever I need to post, and know when to post.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
And I'm not like gonna lie, in terms of like the consistency.
Yeah.
There is no one like I know within my life right now that is more consistent than you in terms of like posting, working. Because like, let me just ask you a simple question. Like, what did you do this week? Like I was talking to someone, right? It was like, hey, yo, you are with your brother, but like, what does he do? And I was like, yeah, he was just editing videos like the whole day. And
I stay 24/7 just editing videos. There's a lot of weddings that I shoot this summer, and I try my best to get all of them out. And the thing is, editing video is a very slow process, especially Congolese wedding. White wedding, African American wedding, it's very simple because it's only like 20 minutes. They only want like a 20-minute video. You feel me? They only want like a 10-minute clip, unless they want there's literally a very short amount of people who want like a full wedding video in the American community or African American community.
Yeah.
But in terms of like African Congolese, man, they want like an hour and 30 minutes. An hour and 30 minutes or more. Some of them want even 3 hours, like the whole wedding.
The whole wedding.
And you know how production movie sets is like they take like years just to edit in a 2-hour video.
Yep.
It's exactly the same thing that we do, It's like editing a whole movie. So we actually gotta make the movie, get the good part, put everything together, edit it, and everything. So it's like literally making a movie from scratch.
Like, yeah, because let's say
the wedding is like the wedding is like the script, and then I just gotta bring up my own talents to on that script, and then just make it as a movie. So.
Like, let's say, for example, I was thinking this, right? Like an Avenger movie, it's like 3 hours, or any movie, it's like 3 hours. How long does it normally take them, do you think?
At least 2 years.
2 years, right? How long does it take you to shoot it, to create a 3-hour video?
It depends, man. It literally depends on how I work things. Like sometimes I edit video. Like sometimes I could edit like 20-minute part of the video, and I switch to another one. Cause sometimes I get late on things, but it's because like I have so many things. That's why I'm trying to like work on this. But it takes me normally, and I'm gonna try my best to try to improve on that. Like releasing video early this summer for sure, and it would take me about a couple months to edit out. Yeah, a couple months, 3 to edit videos and post it. So, and
this is a one-man thing.
Right? And it's a one-man thing. That's the like thing people gotta understand. It's a one-man thing. I do it all myself. I have like in summer, I'm pretty sure I shot like at least 20 weddings. Just in summer alone, and I have to edit all those 20 weddings and send them out. Yeah. And it was just week after week after week after week after week after week after week. So.
Yeah, you just gotta, and then it's piling up.
Yeah, just piling up. But this summer though, I'm gonna try to be like more smart for our work things. Maybe try to like hire somebody who could do that. Who could do more. Basically, work as a group. How they say like in order for you to see growth, you actually have to try out new things. Which what I'm trying to do is hire maybe a wedding editor. Like a really good wedding editor who can just work with me together, and while we edit, like the fastest that I'm trying to release my videos is this summer is in 2 weeks. That's my goal.
2 weeks.
2 weeks release the whole video.
You want to cut from
months to
2 weeks.
To 2 weeks, And by doing that, I can't do that alone. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I gotta actually pay somebody. Sit down together, working. 20 like 8-hour shifts with them every day, and just working and get the workout.
That's the elevate part.
That's the elevate part, So,
yeah. So
that's my. I can guarantee you that's my goal this summer. That's literally my goal this summer is get the workout as early as possible. So yeah,
kind of elevate mainstreaming it, making it easier, and I feel like that's gonna be a great. It's a great idea. I mean, this is my first time hearing this, but I feel like that's gonna be a great idea. Especially if you shorten it to 2 weeks or even 3 weeks, that's still gonna be like crazy to people.
Yeah, even 3 weeks is still gonna be crazy.
Yeah, because like people be like, oh yeah, just wait for 3 weeks. I'm gonna send you the video, and this video is like 3 hour long, and then but now they have to wait for like 3 months or something.
That's the part. That's the part where I'm trying to improve on and elevate and just do my research on how other wedding videographer do on it. And but I mean, us is like it's no easy work. It's not work in the park where you just go in and start doing it. It's just like you gotta have experience. You gotta have like your mental health, you gotta be like very tough to for you to continually doing videos after videos every day. Every day you wake up, you have I have like a dirty mind that I help people basically. like, hey, I gotta release this video, So, but if I like release it every week or every 2 weeks, everything's gonna work, and that's where like the money comes in too. Like if I start releasing videos every 2 or 3 weeks, guess how many clients is gonna be coming up to me?
A lot,
like a lot, very a lot.
Yeah.
If I tell them like, hey, video's gonna be ready in like 2 weeks and everything gonna be ready in like 3 weeks, that will bring me major.
It's kind of like multiply.
It's gonna multiply everything,
Yeah, the elevate part. And you say something about the mental part. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, just having the mental fortitude for you to like handle the hard work that goes.
Yeah, you just gotta
it,
be tough mentally,
or just being a clear.
Nah, you just gotta be tough mentally. When I say that, I mean like you gotta be tough mentally to handle like shooting. I mean not shooting weddings, but to handle editing weddings for a long period of time. Because sometimes your brain get exhausted.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just feel like, man, I gotta do this today, but you just gotta push yourself and do it either way. So,
what motivates you to do? To like, let's say one day you wake up and you don't feel like doing anything. What motivates you to want to do something?
It's just a passion, I have that passion that I have, ever since I started this. I told you, like, it's just the thing that I love doing. And if you don't love something, you cannot do that thing. But if you love it, I can guarantee you can wake up every day and say like, hey, let's hustle, man. Let's make some money, So that's how I always feel. So.
I think people need to like. I think there's something to learn from that in terms of like just mental and going hard at it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that we see, they're not doing that,
Yeah.
And if you're not capable of doing that, you won't be able to succeed.
No, you won't.
You won't be able to
succeed. Won't at all.
Like right now, we're recording this is like close to midnight, and like if you don't have the mental fortitude to do it,
this too is a lot of time consuming too. As you know, like. I shoot weddings. You got a lot of work. You got a lot of of your work in your industry that you do, and this is very time consuming. That we gotta edit, we gotta crap out, everything. We gotta, it's very time consuming. That's why I say if you don't have that mentality that you gotta be consistent on your work, then it won't work out for you. So
and then what's important now is gonna be the goal that we have, like goal that we say, the dreams, like what do we want to see that's gonna be the result of this, like at the end of all this, like what we want to see at the and that's what I was like thinking about was yesterday. I was just thinking about like, man, I want to grow to where we can influence people on a global level. Yeah, because we're sitting here in our sitting here just recording this stuff, right? And if we keep this up, being consistent like how you have been, and I think it's gonna lead us to something great. I really do.
I mean, consistency is the key, man. Most of the time, in everything, in every industry that you do, if you're just consistent at something, trust me, it's gonna take you to another level.
Take you to another level.
You either gonna get promoted, you either gonna get somewhere.
Yeah, if
you're consistent on what you do. So,
I wanted to let me shift the conversation here real quick because there was something that we talked about, AI. Because there's what was this in terms of like, do you think videography? I think I asked you this question, but do you think videography, photo shooting, all these stuff are in danger of AI? Do you think AI is going to take over?
I don't think AI is going to take over anything. I mean, it is kind of let me think. No, I don't think so.
Why? What make you not think so?
I mean, it's going to take over at some point, but in terms of what I do, like weddings,
like what you do,
weddings is creating a memory for people. So AI can't create memory for people, It can't create that wedding realistic feel, for people.
Is it now that they cannot do it? Or
even in 100 years, you can't.
Create the same memory.
Even in 100 years, you cannot create. I mean, you can what AI can do now is generate you a photo.
Yeah.
Let's say, for an instance, like, hey, I ask AI, generate me like my wedding photos, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, it can generate it, but it's fake.
Yeah.
You know, it's not real. It's not the memory. It's not. It's not what happened.
It's not what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be useful in other way. Like if you use it, let's say for example, like because I know now they have AI that can generate videos now, like videos, like if anything, any kind of videos. Let's say for an instance you are like a freelance shooter. You just shoot like Earth. You just shoot all the environments, and you just ask AI, render me a video of a tree or a desert or something. Yeah, it can help you with that. But I cannot make you a video of a wedding or of your wedding. No, you can't.
Because you still want that human feeling.
You still want that human feeling. You still want that realistic.
Yeah. Because I feel like every time, like, have you ever like go through your pictures, right, in the past, and you like when you see the picture, you immediately felt the memory and the momentum moment when you took that picture.
Me, it's like there's two things: there's pictures and music. Like whenever I listen to a certain music, and if I listen to a long time ago, and it's been like years since I listened to it, and if I listen to it, I remember literally everything that happened. Same with photos. Like if I took photo when I was like 5 or 2 or 7 or something, and you bring me that photo and I see it again, I'll literally remember everything. And that's the crazy. Then that's the positive part. Yeah. And that's why that's what's different from AI. AI can't really make that.
Yeah, it can't replicate.
It can't replicate that. No matter what kind of AI you got, it cannot.
Yeah, and then it's fascinating about the human mind, how we can connect with those moments. Like I see a video or I listen to music and I can immediately think about it and remember it. That's very fascinating. I don't know, like there's so much I want to talk about. I feel like I'm not even done. It's like I was thinking about like how long this podcast should be. Yeah. But then again, now that I'm actually talking about it, I just want to keep going. Yeah. So what I would say is this: what do you want out of this podcast? What do you think you want out of it?
What do I want from this podcast? Growth, obviously, elevate. Other thing is, in detail, if we put in details, I want to reach to the point where we could bring in somebody like Candace Owens, somebody like
Cat Williams,
somebody.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you this question: what do you think about Cat Williams? The way he's going about talking, the things that he's talking about.
I think it's legit. I think what he talks about is he just exposed the Hollywood of how they run things, of how celebrities are being controlled and treated by Hollywood and Illuminati and all that kind of stuff. But why you say he pretty much got a point. And if you look at him, if you look at what he says, there's not one lie that he said. Like everything that happened, I actually went back to see that Kevin Hart in a dress, bro. I was like, really, Kevin? I didn't even notice. I didn't even know if Kevin Hart wore a dress until Cat Williams said it. And I looked back, I was like, maybe he's capping. I was like, nah. So I went back to check. I was like, damn, Kevin Hart really wore a dress, huh?
It's like,
they're just doing that, for money and fame, just the showcase, and that's why Kylie Williams exposed him. But yeah,
it's getting big right now. It's crazy.
It's already big.
So you want maybe bring somebody big here, and then
somebody big here that we could interview them and just having a genuine conversation about life and things that are going on in the world. Go bring in somebody like Andrew Tate. If you see this podcast, we could bring in somebody. Anybody. Could be TD Jakes. Could be anybody.
Could be Diddy.
I don't know, man. I don't know about Diddy, man. Diddy's going wild, bro. It's going. I don't know, man. I don't discriminate though, so.
Anybody.
We could bring anybody.
Yeah. I mean, like what Cecilia was talking. Any free speech, right?
Free speech, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that was a great second podcast.
Yeah.
And there's more to come for sure. There's more to come.
Yeah.
I think Ben, you're gonna be hosting some people too, co-host. Right now he was my co-host, but You're gonna be hosting other people too, and I'm gonna be doing it. Tina's gonna be doing it. I think we're gonna be bringing someone coming in shortly, but right now we're just trying to figure everything out as we go.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Yep.
All we do is just trying to elevate, get to a point where we look back at this and we say we really started this. You know, we also trying to. And it's not like we're going to be talking about one topic only. We're going to talk about every topic. Every topic that there is. Could be about, gentrification. Could be about racism. Could be anything, basically.
Yep.
That we
could be religion.
Could be religion. Could be if you think this is just a religion podcast, you're wrong. It's not just a religion podcast. It's everything.
Everything. We fashion,
everything.
We got so many things coming, so many things coming. So it's gonna be great, and just tune in, subscribe, push the notification button. Make sure you are fully tuned in as we gonna bring in this episode and new episode and going forward and there. And I do want to do a part 2 of this because I feel like there was some questions that I wanted to talk about.
Sure.
So we might have to push it back until we have more people. But yeah, what would you like to say to our newfound subscribers?
I would say thank you to everybody who supported us, who was, click that follow button on YouTube and Instagram and everything. We really appreciate you guys. And we're just looking forward to provide more content. So
we look forward to not only provide content that is good, but provide content that is going to elevate you.
Yep.
Stay tuned.